Hey guys, today we're going to go over the Utah real estate market October 22 update. My name is Braden Benson. I'm the broker for Household Real Estate, and hope you're doing absolutely amazing. Let's go ahead and get started. So here's actually going to be the update for October 2022. Now I know it's November right now, but October now that we just finished out October, it's kind of the full month of data that we have. So let's go ahead and dive in with there. So for October, the median sold price is $530,000 for the entire state of Utah for just single family homes. So this doesn't apply to or doesn't consider or take consideration for townhomes or condos. So it's only single family homes, no multifamily or anything like that. Now the month prior is actually, if you can see here, the median home value was actually $554,900, and so that means our median home value, we actually lost 4.49% in value, and the median sold price over 1 month period of time. So that's actually a pretty big drop just for 1 month. But the interesting thing is year over year, we actually last October, the median home price, the sold price, is actually $505,000. So now that we're 530, it was 505. So over the course of a year, we're actually still ahead. So 4.95% is actually what we're above what we were this time last year. So it's kind of interesting because we look at the stock market, right? The stock market is taking a huge hit this year. And so the interesting thing is you guys' real estate investments, if you guys purchased before October of 2021, then you guys would actually still be up for the year on your investment there. And just for fun, we put in here the May 2022 peak. So this is actually the market, actually the median sold price did peak out in May. That peaked out at 599,000. So since the peak of the market, we've actually lost 11.52% total since the peak. So that's kind of the median sold price. Now days on market. Let's talk days on market. So the days on market right now is 40 days on average. So that means that, if we put your house up for sale right now, it's going to take on average 40 days to sell right now. The previous month we're actually at 34 days. So things are taking a little bit longer to sell. That's because of interest rates. Interest rates have been going up pretty crazy. And so, yeah, we've added about 6 days, almost a week. This time last year, we're actually at 11 days was the average. So it's actually almost 4 times longer to sell a house today than it was 1 year ago. And May of the peak, it was only taking 6 days to sell a house. Things were just selling like hotcakes. It was kind of crazy. Another thing that people like to know about is the sold to list price. This is very, very important because it'll kind of be able to determine what you should actually list your house for, right? And so depending on how much you're looking to, trying to gain or to sell it for, the actual sell price. So this is the sold to the original list price. So this does account for this is basically what homes are actually selling for in comparison to what they actually were originally listed for. So not necessarily what they are listed or what they're listed for before they went under contract, but when they originally were listed for. So it does take into consideration any price adjustments, any things like that. So right now we're actually seeing an average of 93%. Of sold to list price. That means if you sold your house for say $1 million, it actually sell. Or sorry, if you listed your house for $1 million, it actually sell for $930,000, right? So there's actually a pretty significant gap there. And the month prior to that was 94%. So we actually did even go down even 1 more percent month over month on the sold to list price. Just to give you guys kind of an idea, this time last year, things were selling at 101%, meaning things were actually selling for above list value. And in the peak of May, they're actually selling for 103%, which is what we were seeing, where everything was going pretty well over asking price. And so that's the sold to list price. Now, let's talk about inventory rate. Inventory rate is what we look at to see how fast homes are actually selling and whether it's a buyer's or a seller's market. This is kind of what we do use to determine that, right? And so what we do is what the inventory rate is if we take all the houses that are currently on the market and if we didn't put any more houses up for sale, so whatever's on the market today, that's all there is. We don't put any more up for sale. How long will it take the current buyers in the market to buy all of the properties that are currently for sale, right? And so in the last 2 months, if we looked at the last 2 months worth of data, it actually shows that we actually have a inventory rate of 2.33, meaning it'll take 2.33 months to sell all of the inventory that we have. Over the last 4 months, it's 2.48. The last 12 months is 2.77. So you can see we're actually getting faster. So buyers are actually buying more properties than are listed like at a faster rate, if that makes sense. And so just to let you guys know, kind of how we determine is anything between 1 and 6 months of inventory is considered a seller's market. Anything, and 6 months is considered a neutral market, and anything above 6 months is considered a buyer's market. So as you can see, we are still a pretty hot seller's market. Or we're still in a seller's market. Definitely cooled off than what we were. We actually did see for a while 0.8, 0.6. So I mean, we're talking about a couple weeks of when everything was, and that's when the market was white hot. And so this is definitely a more healthy market, but it's still technically a seller's market. And so let's talk about interest rates. So interest rates, this is this week's national average of interest rates. This is from provided by Bankrate. Now, so the 30-year fixed national average is 7.23%. 15-year is 6.45. 10-year is 6.67, and a 5/1 ARM is 5.53. Now, I mean, obviously, we've had interest rates going up. That's kind of the name of the game this year. However, the nice thing is the consumer price index that was just released. The investors are actually seeing that very favorably. So we're actually seeing, again, this is a weekly average. We're actually seeing rates quite a bit lower than this, and this actually also doesn't account for any discount points. So, like, if you pay any closing costs additionally, you can go ahead and buy this rate down even lower. We're seeing some around the 6% mark right now. This is just the weekly average. So the question is it a buyer's or seller's market right now? Right now, as you can see right here, this is kind of that scale I told you a little bit about. This is 0 months, this is 6 months, and this is 12 months worth of inventory. Right now, we are just at the top end of seller's market, which means that it's such a good time to buy right now. So like if you guys are wanting to buy, now is actually such a good time because before the last several years where we've had been such a super white hot market. I mean, the needle's been almost down as far as it can go, right? Sellers had all the say. I mean, you had to bend your will to anything that the seller wanted in order to get a property. Right now, we're seeing that the buyers are having such a good say that they're actually getting really, really good deals. They're being able to pick a property that is actually their favorite, that they can see their family living in the most. So if you guys have any interest in buying a home right now, please let me know. Right now is such a good time, and our interest rates are actually looking to go down in spring. And when interest rates go back down, we do see the market going to be going back up, and prices are going to go back up as well. So now there's a little bit of opportunity, a little window opportunity to buy a house at a good rate. So if you guys have any questions at all, please do not hesitate to reach out and ask. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.